Twitcher trouble. Henry was taking a passenger special to the other side of the island. He loved the long journey as it took him through fields and forests, over rushing rivers and up and down steep hills. He'd also pass a wood here. With any luck, snowdrops would be peeking their white heads up through the ground under the trees. Henry's fireman stoked him up in the engine shed, and Henry puffed quietly while he waited for his usual driver. Time went on. Henry waited and waited, but there was still no sign of his driver. The Fat Controller came in puffing and panting.
I'm sorry, Henry, but your driver is ill. I've had to call for the replacement driver. He will be here as soon as he can.
Henry was sad about his driver, but after his own. The replacement driver was Henry's favorite. He knew all about wildlife and would point out things to Henry on the journey. Henry's new driver especially liked birds. He knew most of their names and their calls. When the new driver arrived, they quickly set off. They soon spotted some brown birds with pointed tails in the sky. "They're called red kites," the driver told Henry.
They look a bit like kites,
Henry said,
but they aren't very red.
Further along, they saw a small bird hovering beside the track. "That's a sparrowhawk looking for its dinner," said the driver. Henry remembered they were a little late and sped up. But when they came round the next corner, there was a big crowd of people on the track. Henry came to a shuddering stop. He was bewildered. They were miles from any town.
What's happening here? He wondered.
Henry's driver and the fireman went to find out. "There's a very rare bird in that tree," his driver said. "It has flown off course and is a long way from home. All these people are special bird watchers called Twitchers, who travel many miles to see rare birds." Henry was even more bewildered.
"Won't they frighten the little bird?"
"That's what I'm afraid of," his driver agreed. "There are so many of them." Henry had a plan that he whispered to his driver.
"All aboard the Twitcher Special," Henry called.
"We can show you some of the rarest birds on Sodor," his driver added. All the Twitchers climbed aboard, chattering excitedly. Henry's driver called the Sodor Bird Society. He asked them if they would take care of the bird until it flew away again. Then they set off with the Twitchers. At the end of the day, the Twitchers were delighted with Henry's special tour. They went home very happy, while Henry's driver got a call to say that the rare bird had flown away in the direction of its home. "A job well done," he smiled at Henry. Henry couldn't have been happier.